So has Thanos finally taken his throne atop the Marvel Snap meta once more? That's a question we have to start asking thanks to the over-the-air update today that reverted the Mind Stone back to 1 energy, which might not sound like much, but I actually think it's kind of a crazy change. Mind Stone's often the best stone to play, and just getting it out cheaper, quicker, easier to combo with things like Lockjaw. All of that is really important, and it just makes the deck feel so much smoother to play. It also has an interesting interaction with Wiccan, this week's new card, because if you play Mind Stone on turn 1, then that guarantees that you have a 2-cost play on turn 2. In other words, both of the stones that you just drew, which I think can kind of help grease the wheels a little bit for Wiccan in a deck like this. Not to mention it's just naturally running a lot of 1s, you put in a couple 2s and 3s, and you got yourself some possibilities here for Wiccan. Now, that said, I don't think Wiccan was really a standout in this deck. He kind of struggled, frankly. I wanted to try him out, obviously, but I do feel like this deck still did really well for me. I went 15 and 10, up some cubes. That's a 60% win rate with a card that's probably not optimal. I think there are going to be better and more refined Thanos lists that don't really need or rely on this Wiccan. I mean, that said, I did have some like 11 and 12 energy final turns and stuff, which were completely insane. When you combine that with the discounts to Scar, Sasquatch, Mockingbird, this deck can be absolutely silly at pumping out all of that crazy power, along with basically this kind of mid-game core of different enablers in various ways, allowing it to kind of cheat even more big stuff out. When you combine that with a baseline of stones, yeah, this deck felt surprisingly good to me. We're gonna need more data, of course. Maybe 1 energy is really not enough to bring this deck back to life, but I think there's some possibilities. I will also say, like, this list usually runs Blob, but I ran Eliath in here instead, and this just felt so much better to me. Blob is not that big anymore, and Eliath just offers so much crazy utility. So between Eliath doing silly stuff, the occasional Wiccan stealing games, Scar felt really good. This deck just had a handful of different ways to get big and just get there on wins, whether Wiccan connected or not, which, he still had his impact, still had his moment. So all in all, this is probably not the perfect Thanos list, but it still felt good, shows a lot of promise for this archetype. I wouldn't be surprised if Thanos has indeed made a little bit of a return here in the meta. Probably not the top deck, but given a lot of other stuff that got nerfed, he got a little bit of a buff. That's going to lead to a shuffle that might indeed leave Thanos on his throne once more. Oh, and real quick, I had a crazy run of technical difficulties today. Part of my audio setup died, so my audio is going to sound a little worse probably than normal. I think there's some weirdness going on with the screen too, I just noticed. Everything went wrong, so my apologies if things sound or look a little weird in this one. I mean, I know I look and sound weird all the time, so you're probably used to it. Yeah, Blackstone's actually like a little risk for Wiccan here. It's one of those where it's like, do we just say forget about it? Like, we're not worried about Wiccan. Let's just ride Castle Blackstone because we have a Blackstone, we don't have a Wiccan. I think so, right? Wiccan's not like fundamentally important to this deck or anything, so let's just play what the game gives us. We might hit it anyway. We get lucky, get a 1-drop here. Parker! Cable's not a 1-drop. 3-drop too. Time Stone's a 1-drop. Okay. I mean, Hawkeye helps us fill next turn with Cable too. So yeah, I mean, if we get a Wiccan now, we're in business actually. This could get the opponent's a Wiccan, frankly. They could have just got my Wiccan. Who knows? It's a complicated tale here. It's like you want to win Blackstone, but at the same time, it's like I don't have a lot of power flexibility left here. Like, basically this caps me at kind of 20-ish left, which is, that is big. Like, that's enough to compete with a lot of things. So maybe that's fine. Just get like 1 more turn off Blackstone maybe. Lets me play like Thanos next turn. Opponent's kind of giving it up, it looks like, too, which is nice. Psylocke for them on 3, so they actually just missed a Wiccan. I mean, they're definitely a Wiccan deck with Quicksilver, right? Like, no question. So that's good news. Thanos early's great. We'll also be ahead in black again, so Goliath is possible early as well, which is cool. It seems like they're trying to fill White Hot Room to kind of make up for the Wiccan, so maybe we go for Goliath here just to shut that off. Oh, bro, we got our own Wiccan too. Dang. It's like Wiccan's +2 energy, but just playing Goliath kind of gets me +2 energy anyway because of Scar. You know what I mean? Like, it's sort of the same difference. Maybe we just do the Goliath here, try to kill whatever this card is. I don't know what it would be. You know, I don't think we push for White Hot Room either, by the way. Like, there is also, you know, this sort of play. It's not crazy. It's actually quite a bit of power. Like, are they really gonna add 12 there? Maybe this isn't crazy because it's not discounting Scar, but then you've got +5 next turn, which is actually a lot. Maybe I don't hate this. The question, there's no way they're playing like a 12 power thing here. Like, we should be fine on a point lead, basically, is what I'm getting at, right? Like, we were tied, we're up, oh, I guess 11. Oh, that's not Ant-Man, that's Pimero. So yeah, 11 point lead, excuse me. Oh, it's just Jeff. Okay, so Jeff, the Goliath actually would have been pretty amazing there. Would have locked them out, but hopefully all this energy bonus. 11 energy, 12 energy, so insane. I mean, hopefully this just suffices, right? Like, even with Jeff moving, they've got a lot of, 11 still a lot of work, like we said, and then we're just dominating elsewhere too. I don't know about Goliath versus Scar. I mean, it's hard to say. I don't know what they want to play, right? Like, are they gonna have effects that matter, or is it stats that matter? Because if it's just stats that matter, I might do it this way, right? They're a little closer here, so a slightly bigger card left, but you just don't know. I don't know. It maybe doesn't matter too. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe they gave up mid, so how important was the Goliath left? Let's find out, right? Can they really beat 11? Oh, they can match 11, but Wiccan's not enough. Yeah. Okay. Pretty cool Wiccan deck with She-Hulk. I have a list with Infinite and She-Hulk that I haven't played yet. This is a great game for us though, dude. Really just crazy energy totals. Okay, Space Stone. Yeah, we can hit a little cycle here. Oh, opponent's getting a Goliath or Thanos. I definitely would prefer them to have a Thanos. Oh, Dr. Doom. Okay, that's... Oh, this is way better, yeah. This gives us the two drop automatically for a potential Wiccan hit. Martyr and Dr. Doom. Is this a C5 deck? Oh, bro, they copycatted us. It's definitely a C5 deck, right? There's no doubt, dude. Oh, that's perfect! If I were playing off stream right now, or off recording, I would absolutely snap on this monster, given that it's a C5 deck, but I don't want them to leave. I don't want them to leave. So their Cerebro's gone, which is going to be great for us. Hopefully, you know, that gives us a nice advantage. Obsidian, okay, unfortunately... Ooh, Bifrost is really bad. Maybe we try to play like 2 cards here next turn and ride the monster, but we're gonna be so far behind on that. You can just like toss the Hope here and not try to get like greedy off of it. I think that's reasonable just to preserve more flexibility. I mean, I guess Hope here is not that different, but if I want to play next turn, they're ahead by 5. Yeah, I guess it's fine. I can just like play a... Oh, perfect. I love you. I'm losing the Dr. Doom. No way, dude. Wiccan! He lost my Elias. What an excellent copycat. I love this copycat so much, dude. So much. It turned off the Bifrost I was worried about. It got rid of my Elias. Unbelievable. Drew me a Wiccan. Easy exchange. I'll get rid of that Dr. Doom all day for the Wiccan, dude. All freaking day. What a great hit. I love it so much. So, I mean, we kind of have like 20 power max per location expected. You know what I mean? Like, as long as we get to like 21, for instance, then, you know, like 21 should be good, right? And then this one should be 25 expected, right? And then it's like, if you get to 25, you're good, you know? So maybe we do something like this. This is 12, so we could easily go, you know, like 22, 20, we're already at 21 here, so that's great. We activate the Hope. Scar is super cheap. Goliath is gonna be playable with Scar. I don't think Black Swan should change anything. I think the monster just really caps them out here. Maybe Eliath here. Oh my god, dude, Scar is actually 0. I didn't realize. The monster, dude. Great. I actually shouldn't need it there. Didn't we say, what was our number here? 25? This is 25 to tie? And then maybe like Psylocke here, yeah? This seems, based on my understanding of their deck, this seems totally insurmountable. Like Dr. Doom's not a problem. It's just kind of their most expected play. I mean, they might have something surprising. I don't know.
Higher, further, faster,
this is
baby.
Absolutely fine. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I love this game. The Wicked hit was crazy good. The math was so clean across the board. Just perfect. Really cool game. Okay, obviously minus 101 is fantastic. Blink. Yeah, Blink could be. Blink's intriguing. Yeah. This isn't a bad Wicked hand right now either, technically. I mean, 3 is still a little bit iffy, but we got options. Oh, Rickety Bridge. Interesting. Yeah, I think we just turn that off, honestly. Well, we could wait a minute. I don't expect them to play there yet, so let's just wait a minute, maybe. 2 cards drawn here, hoping to find Wiccan. Well, I guess we're really kind of only drawing 1, but we got the Wiccan, so it doesn't really matter. There's a Kyera, I guess. Maybe we don't want to turn this off, right? Maybe we just want a Kyera and just win that, huh? I think that's totally right. Yeah, let's just Kyera. Wiccan right. So we think we'll win mid, although if they're a Zoo deck, they may also have their own Kyera, frankly. It may not be that simple. So we may need a 6-drop there too, which I don't think they'll have a 6-drop, you know, but we'll just see how this goes. Definitely a good start for now. Oh, Patriot. Okay, so we have like Ultron stuff. 7 energy here is pretty great. I guess in theory, have a lot of ways to... I mean, Coal Obsidian and Hope, I guess. Hope here limits you quite a bit on power output. But she can't really go mid is the problem. You know, you don't want her going mid. This makes Scar 3. I mean, I guess the Hope doesn't really do anything, but she's just kind of the only playable thing, right? Kind of just free. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just put a big card right or left and a big card mid, depending on where they play stuff, right? We have Scar plus Thanos, so... Oh, never mind, it's Sandman. Well, the Sandman's not really a problem, right? Because they want to play Ultron. That puts them at 11 if it goes here, but Rickety Bridge destroys all of those, right? So maybe Jeff moves here and they play Ultron here. That leaves them with 6 plus 12 is 18. And there's a world where maybe they play Ultron here, but I think we're fine on this. They don't have any way to protect against this, so this should win. I think it's just Eliath left. Ultron could technically go here, but I think we'd still be fine. It wouldn't matter, but I think Ultron goes left with Jeff, right? And then we just, of course, Eliath it and we're happy. Yeah, I don't even think we needed to Eliath it for the record. I think Rickety Bridge would have made it fine anyway, but you know, just to be safe. Yeah, dude, the Sandman did hurt a lot, right? We could have had both Scar and Eliath thanks to Wiccan. Like, that's a pretty great line. It wouldn't normally happen. Titan did make that possible in this case, so I don't know. I mean, Mockingbird also would have been possible, I guess, at 2. So we could have had like a 6 and a 2 if not for Sandman. So Wiccan, you can see the potential impact just kind of cost us there a little bit. Our odds of hitting a 2 here are pretty slim. Unfortunately, Reality Stone's one of the 1-drops that doesn't draw a card. So we may not have a great Wiccan, but I mean, it's worth trying, you know. We still got a chance to draw 2. Asteroid M. We also don't have a Wiccan yet either, for the record. So, you know, it's like, well, it's not always a problem. It's like, I think Wiccan's probably been the worst card of this deck so far, honestly, but same time, oh, not Hope. Infinite discarded. Oh my god. Can you actually believe that just happened? Sokovia, I mean, imagine all the like garbage they have in their hand. and I lost hope. I honestly, I never retreat early, but I'm just so tilted I have to.
Escape.
I don't think that game's meant for us. Cosmos and stuff. Like, dude, I actually cannot believe they played the Black Knight and Sokovia hit the Infinite, as opposed to, you know, whatever the other 3 cards in hand that could have ruined their Black Knight, you know. Would have been nice to hit like Lady Sif, for instance, that they wanted to play, you know, and then it's only a 5 power dude. Like, what a crazy hit. Okay, obviously love Mind Stone. Love Mind Stone. That puts us in a really good spot for this Wiccan. Dude, I haven't got a Danger Room in weeks. Danger Room is killing me. I think we play the 2 that draw. I care a little bit more about being able to play Thanos anywhere, I think. Yeah, let's play these 2 that draw to increase our odds to hit the Wiccan curve here. We need a 2-drop or 2 1-drops. Or 3-drop, obviously. That's the sort of obvious solution. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna miss it, aren't I? I'm gonna miss it. Dude! Danger Room, that hurts for... My Mockingbird would actually be so cheap right now. Oh, we hit the 3. Okay. Okay. She can go here, then we can play a 6 left and know that it's safe. That's great. That's great. Maybe that was a reason to flip these, by the way, Danger Room itself. I don't know. You don't have to play Thanos there necessarily. So we do hit the Wiccan, which is great. Wiccan can probably go mid. Really sad this Mockingbird's missing basically 2 discounts, though. It's wild. Colossus, by the way. What the heck? Were they Erisham? No. Maybe an ongoing deck? Maybe running Man-Thing? Actually, I have a Man-Thing list pre-built. I didn't think about Colossus in it. I recall even looking for 2 cost. I think this is okay, right? Yeah, this is okay. We don't want to really put this in Necrotia just yet. I think it's fine to have 1 more space. I was looking for 2 cost ongoing cards. I didn't even actually really consider it. Oh, it's C3. What the freak? Okay. That's kind of scary. That makes Reality Stone mid feel very safe to us now that they've already got the Luke Cage. We don't have to like worry about that or whatever. Why is everything so expensive right now? This just doesn't look very good, right? Not a lot of great targets. I think it's literally just this probably. The sad thing is like this doesn't get any cheaper. So this is only 4 and 6. It's really not very good. If I get a Reality Stone down, Mockingbird's a hair cheaper, so I could like maybe do this. Well, that doesn't even stick to Reality Stone though sometimes, so maybe it's not cheaper. It does make Sasquatch cost 3, and if I hit either of my 10s, it's pretty nice to go with Scar. We'll have 8 energy next turn. I mean, I think this is probably a higher roll play, but it's still nerve-wracking a little bit, to be honest. Scarlet Witch, yeah, they don't trust it either. That's funny. I don't know, man. All my good stuff's in hand, so I'm not sure I like this play. It's like if you hit Alliance, you like it a lot. You know, you're like super pumped. Hope you don't love the worst, I guess, but you don't love it. You really want a 10 here. I really want a 10 here. Nova Roma. Does it go up first, or does you draw the card first? Oh, we drew one of the 10s. Oh. Terrible results, dude. We drew both 10. I mean, I do have 11 energy though, bro. I have 11 energy though because of the Psylocke and the Hope. Okay, well I'm less mad now, I guess. That's kind of insane. I mean, they don't have Mystique, so they're usually only adding 5 here ever, right? There's no like Onslaught. That doesn't make any sense. What's the... Oh, I can play 2 more 10s? Are you kidding me? Oh, well, sort of. Oh, maybe Sasquatch goes... Oh, I forgot I have a Lockjaw there, dude. I actually don't want to play there. Oh, thank God I noticed. I don't... I mean, 12 is... 20 should be a tie, right? But do they ever go here to like? Do they just play like a Doctor Doom maybe? No, not Doctor Doom. That doesn't make any sense, bro. It's definitely not that. I don't know if I trust 20 here because we're not really winning mid. Oh, dude, this got hard all of a sudden. This got sort of hard again. I'm playing 30 power, but I feel like I'm losing. I don't know. Maybe the tie left is fine. Oh yeah, they went for a Valkyrie. That's totally fine to us. We don't care. Yeah, this is fine. It's not a tie. Big numbers win sometimes, yeah. Okay, pretty crazy to have 11 energy the final turn, dude. And I really think he didn't even hit well. Mockingbird could have been way cheaper, you know, with some different lines and luck here. We could have had, like, you know, an Eliath. Scar could have been cheaper. I mean, perfect game. We would have had Eliath and Cold Obsidian mid, you know. That would have been a dream, but Overoma screwed us a little bit. Nice knowing you, Wiccan. Do we want Sentinels? In theory, they're not bad, but hand size can be an issue in this deck, particularly with Kate. I don't love the Kate in this deck, by the way. I think Kate's been kind of iffy. Cold Obsidian's probably the line right now instead of Lockjaw, just because we don't really have any cheap stuff for Lockjaw right now. Ooh, Magic might change that a little bit, though, because suddenly more turns to find stuff for Lockjaw, basically. Next turn we have Psylocke on 5. It's kind of some dead draws after that. Maybe it's still Cold Obsidian for now. Then we think about Lockjaw next turn. The problem with the Lockjaw right now is not a lot of great targets, actually. Hawkeye gives me bodies. If I hit a stone, I will draw, but I guess sometimes anyway, that's not a huge risk necessarily, because it's like the same difference. I'll have bodies anyway, so this should be okay. The only downside with Lockjaw is like unpredictability a little bit. Like it's hard to... Oh, I would have loved that on Limbo, actually. Dang, I'm sad. Dude, this feels like it's gonna be some kind of like, it feels like it's gonna be some kind of freaking like I just want to make sure that I have priority here, basically, is my biggest thought at the moment. So maybe Scar here for tiebreakers. It's hard to get Scar to be cheaper because Right doesn't reveal. I basically just want to play Eliath next turn is the takeaway here. And just own like whatever this is. Dark Dimension just makes Eliath reveal, so Sasquatch a great roll. Yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted, yeah. So we're literally just gonna go like Eliath plus, I don't even know. Eliath plus Pim Arrow is not actually a Pim Arrow, right? But you know, I don't know, Eliath plus Sentinel, I guess. Like that's fine. How does Acid Arrow work with Lockjaw? I don't even know. I think it goes over there and then still goes in the deck, right? Anyway, I mean, Eliath here just should trivialize this game. I think it's like Tribunal stuff, and they're just gonna get Eliath, and they're gonna be very mad about it. Wiccan's fine power, we don't mind. Let's see what we got here with Eliath. Dude, Blob is in most Thanos lists. Eliath is just gross. I think he's 1,000 times better than Blob right now. Yeah. They thought they were cooking reasonably so, but Eliath just does the job, dude.
Victory.
Eliath has been so clutch. Okay, Kate Bishop's great. Do we hit a stone here? Ooh, we hit the best stone, in fact. Yeah, this is, if we can hit it, this is a fantastic Wiccan hand, of course. Hand size is like a little bit of a challenge in theory, so we might be better off playing stones, depending on which ones we get. If they don't both, well, if they both draw, that actually helps you hit the Wiccan too. I don't know, we'll just have to pay attention to hand size, right? Yeah, I think I'd rather play a stone here to draw, right? We still have hope. Chimichanga's another hand size problem, but we probably just have to dump that. I don't want to get too many cards in hand here. Suck up. Oh, the dream hand. Okay. No, we're pumped about this. Actually, we can put Time Stone mid. Yeah, no, this is perfect. Hope into Wiccan. We don't have a lot of big dudes yet, though, is the only problem. Hope is probably gonna have to go right as well, which is kind of tough, but we don't want to play into Vibranium Mines yet, so. Loki for the opponent, okay. They missed a Wiccan, because they, oh no, wait, no, they didn't miss a Wiccan. Did they miss a Wiccan? This was on 1. This was on 2. they Airsham? They were Airsham, right? They had to be to play Loki on too. Okay, yeah, Hope into Wiccan's great. We're gonna have a big old pile of staff of energy. Wonder if this deck belongs with a Sunspot at all. I'm gonna play like a max energy deck later. Oh, they're like locking up there. That's interesting. That seems kind of risky. Like they're not gonna have a ton of power there probably. Yeah, like really risky there. Interesting. So it's 100% Wiccan here. I guess like a Cold Obsidian mid's just gonna seal mid up, and then we just dump left probably, right? Because we're ahead right as well. What's the plan here, man? Chimichanga. None of my cards are like disruptive other than Goliath, you know, no Shang-Chi or whatever. So I'm not worried about like getting stuff removed. Right looks kind of hard to win though. That's just a big old pile of stats now. 8 energy turn. Let's freaking go. Maybe this. Not playing on Hope feels weird. You could kind of throw in a Cold Obsidian, I guess. It's enough that they still have to work for that. You know, you go to 24, you get the Hope bump. Next turn's like Goliath plus Scar, maybe? Is that playable? That's 10. We're going to be at 8, 9. No, but Thanos' Scar is playable, I get. No, that's too much too. It just feels wrong to waste the Hope. I don't know though. I think it's this, and then maybe Goliath right somehow seals it. But you think they're gonna have this like big pile of stats there, right? Scar is so big too. Jeez, Coulson's big. How do we beat all of these? Even their Vibranium Mine's not bad, right? Like that's pretty great. Oh, 2 worst arrows. These are so unlikely to get played. I needed like Pim Arrow, you know? Yeah, this is just not gonna be enough, right? Like there's no way. Don't even have priority for Goliath. I'm just cooked. I mean, I never trust this, right? There's no way you trust this. No way you trust Scar. They only have a 6. They only need. Well, I mean, I guess if they played like Kyera or something, we've seen Sasquatch, Scar. I think a Thanos or something's gonna go down here though, right? Or just any big 4 or 5 or whatever. There's just no way this wins. Yeah, dude, Loki's just better at doing what like Wiccan does. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no way to get there on these. It's so frustrating. Could have almost gotten left, I guess. Like, what is Psylocke plus Scar? It would have been. We would have had 17. Still not enough, dude. It's just crazy. It's really frustrating. Okay, yeah, Whiteout Room's intriguing. I you know, we don't have a lot of like space flexibility, so that's a pain. I need a 2-drop. I need a 2-drop or 1-drop. 2-drop or 1-drop. Ah, it's a 6-drop. See, they have destroys. They can kind of get around this better. We probably just go Castle Blackstone then, right? Sadly, Wiccan's turned off here, but that's okay. Mockingbird's pretty cheap already. That's good news. Do we just play Wiccan anyway? Just because he's a 4/7? Oh, well, we don't yet. We don't yet. This one's a good one to go in Boromir. But at the same time, my hand is getting clunky here, dude. I don't really have a lot to do. Opponent's kind of hitting the nuts, I feel like. Well, I guess Wolverine's not the best target for this. Mockingbird next turn. Then Sasquatch. Then you got a pretty interesting turn with Scar, especially if you win Blackstone. That might be enough here. We haven't seen like a Deadpool yet. Kind of spooky, but nothing crazy. Getting bigger, I guess.
Enough said, bub.
That looks like a great Venom target, unfortunately. I can't really stop that, though. So, oh, actually, do we have priority? No, they have a bigger lead on the tiebreak. I guess if I go Sasquatch plus Mind Stone this turn, I have Scar at 2, Thanos at 5, and I have 7 energy. But I don't really need the stones. In other words, I can't really get a compelling Goliath next to Star next turn, so maybe I just play Goliath this turn, even though it doesn't do anything. I mean, I guess it's the same difference, whatever. If Goliath does nothing, what's the point? Oh my god, they didn't play a card at all left? Whoa. Really? What's their move here? They only have 6 energy. If they're going for like a null, I just need to beat this. You'd kind of trust this. Death is not that cheap either. Does this just win? Like, I love that the Mind Stone's forcing action here. I mean, maybe Arnim Zola is like not really good. I don't know, man. I think we got a shot. Let's see what this is. What is this?
Cut off one
Oh
head, 2
wow!
more.
They
Take it
sniped. I don't think that's enough, right? Like, there's no way that matters, is it? Oh yeah, they wasted a lot, right? I guess it could have mattered actually if this one rolled mid. What a baller play, by the way. Just absolute zero fear. Like zero fear. Unbelievable. They hit it too. Like, what a Bozo the Clown here, man.